Style, you're with Zakia Mitsuduhi, and in the studio with me I have the winner of Mr. India South Africa 2019, and it's Nikhyl Soorajbally. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Zakia. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, you know what? We're actually so excited to have you here. The brain and the brawn and all of that going together. Now, we'll be talking about being a winner of Mr. India South Africa in a little bit. But when I say brain, I mean it as well, because you're into engineering, right?
Yes, I'm a qualified civil engineer at the moment. I graduated from the University of KwaZulu-Natal and I'm currently pursuing my master's degree.
Okay, the reason I would like for you to chat is to learners, educators, parents out there. It's so important because, well, especially in our community, everybody wants you to be a doctor, lawyer, teacher, you know that,
Yes,
right? Civil engineer. But here you are, you went out there, and lots of people say you cannot do both. You cannot go with your hobby or your career as a career choice, and you can't do vice versa. But you've managed to do both of that because with that brain and studying and being a civil engineer, you've now entered the Mr. India South Africa contest, and you're a winner there. How did you manage that?
I think it all starts from having dreams. I'm just an ordinary guy who had some extraordinary dreams, and I think with the support of my family and my friends, as well as some good role models that I've had in my life, that became possible. And it's just just pursuing what you want to do in life, and it's all about having a balance. You don't have to just choose only education or only sport. You can do both. It's just proper time management. That's the most important thing.
So that would be one of your messages to the youngsters, the learners out there, yeah?
Yes, it doesn't matter from what background you come from. We all come from various walks of life. But I think what we have in common is the ability to get an education and just live our dreams.
Well, while I say learners, matriculants,
Yes.
they looking now for a way out as well, with the career choice. What message would you have for a matriculant?
I think for the matriculants have just finished last year. I think going out into the workplace, there's no set path in life. You shouldn't let anyone tell you that you need to go to university in order to make it. You can do whatever you're talented in. You can become a businessman, you can become an artist. Just explore your talents and just have fun with it. Yes, education is the most important thing, but I think we shouldn't be too pressurized by what our community is telling us or what anyone else is expecting. Even for the current class of 2020, I think just work hard. I know it's a bit of cliche saying work hard, but really, people might be more advantaged than you, but never let someone outwork you.
So what message do you have to matriculants who may not have done as exceptionally as they wanted to, not the results that they expected?
It's not the end of the world. The way I see it, everything happens for a reason. I think we need to embrace the situation that we are in, and we just need to make the most of it. Fair enough if you've done not as expected. That does not mean that you can't study further. You can do a bridging course. You can work for a little bit. You can explore many other avenues. So I think that's what it's all about, just making it work.
I think that's a beautiful message. That of course, is giving hope to lots of you youngsters who didn't get the results you needed or wanted. Remember, this is just the beginning.
Yes.
It's the beginning of a beautiful, long life, hopefully, God willing, and make the best of it. Don't let your results, what you saw, be the be-all and end-all of your life. Because, you have a whole career ahead of you. You have a whole life ahead of you. And like we had Nikhyl say, that there's so many different subjects, so many different career paths you can take as well. Now, Nikhyl, I'd like to say thank you because besides, of course, being a civil engineer and Mr. India South Africa, you love doing community work, and you've shown that this morning because you brought in, your sponsorship for the children as well with fruits and all of that. So thank you to you and the nation.
Oh, it's only a pleasure. I think apart from the glitz and glamour that come with the Mr. India South Africa, one of the key key aspects of our organization is actually getting involved with our community and actually giving back to the less fortunate. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm just an ordinary guy who's lived an ordinary life most of the time, and now that I'm in a position to help my community, I think we need to uplift our youth and just develop them so they can go on to become global leaders.
All right, well, you know what? I've just got to tell you guys this as well. You have no qualms about getting down and doing all the groundwork and stuff. So, Nikhyl Nathu, who has sponsors us the veg biryani, and the yummy dal and the brinjal, my pet subject. And Nikhyl is from the Hospitality School Institute of South Africa,
Yes.
and she's got a hospitality school. And you were our delivery guy this morning, you know, with the dal and the biryani as well.
Yes, especially delivered by the Mr. India, South Africa.
So, yay! How privileged are we to have that? So, thank you, yes, to all those of you who have sponsored, you know, the meats as well, the meals as well. We have Ilachi Takeaway. It's called Gods of Flavor. They at Dibday Road in Malvern. And thank you, Indran Chetty, for that as well, because it's like they've given us the whole meal. And to everybody who has made a difference, we've got an anonymous pledge that has come in as well of 500 Rand. Keep them coming in. We love to hear, no matter how small, no matter how big, we'd love to go out there and say, you know what, you made a difference. Right now, it is Life and Style.